What's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and in today's video we're going to be doing a test of the Polar Vantage V2. Specifically, we're going to be doing the running test, and the idea behind this running test is it's going to show you your VO2 max. So I'm hoping to see a number close to 60 because I've had watches show me as low as 56. So my Apple Watch, when I use that, shows me 56 for my VO2 max. And I've had watches that show me as high as 62. So I'm hoping that I fall somewhere kind of in there. I'm hoping to see something like a 60 today. So the way that this VO2 max works on the Vantage V2 is you're going to start off with a warm up. And once you do your warm up, you can hit start. And then it's going to start you off at a particular pace. Now you actually get to pick what that pace is. The slowest you can start is at 16 minutes per mile, or you can start at 6 minutes per mile. Now I'm going to be starting at 8 minutes per mile, which for me is a pretty easy pace. And then they slowly progress you until you get to basically a pace that you can no longer sustain. So I'm hoping by the time I finish, my pace is going to be sub 5 minute mile. So somewhere around there, not really exactly sure what we're capable of. I am going to be wearing my Vaporfly Next Percents hashtag mango color. I was able to pick these up. So we're going to be testing out my VO2 max with the Vaporflies. So excited to do that. So if this were a situation where you're actually going to test out your VO2 max, typically what you would do is you'd actually wear a mask, you'd be on a treadmill, and then they do the same thing where they just slowly pick up the pace and test how your heart responds and how your breathing responds. So obviously we can't test out my breathing because we're going straight from a watch. However, I do have the Polar H10 chest strap that I'm going to be using, so a little bit more accurate heart rate, and then obviously it can test my speed simply by using the GPS on the watch. So hopefully we're going to see something close to 60, and the idea behind it is that you're going to do this VO2 max test or the running test every 2 to 3 weeks maybe, or doing it at regular intervals so you can see how you're progressing over time using the watch. So hopefully you're seeing improvement as you do your sessions, as you do those speed sessions, those fartlicks, those tempo runs. Hopefully you see that improvement. So I haven't been doing a lot of speed work, so I'm guessing my VO2 max isn't going to be as high as I would like it to be, but we'll test it out and see where we're at starting today. So we got the warm-up portion done. Did 23 minutes, so about a 5K. Now, one thing that was interesting about the warm-up part was that it actually beeps at you if you go into zone 4 heart rate. So I went into zone 4 heart rate a couple times while I was going up hills, and it beeps at you to let you know you're going too fast for your warm-up. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But now we're going to go ahead and get the actual speed test going. So I paused it, so you can pause it while you're doing it, and now we're going to go ahead and get started with the hard part, which is the speed test or the running test, that VO2 max, and we're going to start off at 8 minute pace and hopefully get down to 5 minutes. We'll see, or below that. That would be awesome. All right, so we're back from the workout and I have my results right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put them up on the screen right over here for you so you can see them for yourself. So pretty much the results came back exactly as I was expecting. My VO2 max ended up being 62, which is pretty much about where I thought I was right now in my training. I was only able to get my max heart rate up to 176, so that's probably one thing that if I was a little disappointed in. I feel like my max heart rate is probably a little higher than that because I have got it up to like 180. Again, I was wearing the H10 heart rate chest monitor, so I know it was accurate, but that was my maximum heart rate there. I was able to get all the way down to 459 pace, and it was one of those situations where I don't know if I kind of ended just because when I hit that sub 5 minute pace, I quit. I was also crossing a road at the time, so I don't know if it quit on me or what. It was kind of a confusing thing because I looked at the watch and it had already changed. So it keeps going down in pace, down in pace, down in pace, and eventually it got to 5 minutes per mile pace. But as I was crossing a road, it kept beeping at me because I was going too slow when I was crossing the road because there was a little bit of traffic. And I don't know if it stopped at 5 minutes per mile or if it stopped because I was going too slow, because it beeped a couple times at me. So that I was a little confused on. So obviously the goal is over time to see that VO2 max improve. Of course, that's going to take some speed sessions in order to make that happen. Right now, I'm kind of in a phase in my training where I'm not really looking to improve my speed at the moment. There's not a lot of races going on. I probably won't race again until spring at the earliest. So right now I'm kind of in just kind of a holding pattern. I just kind of keep that mileage up, right around 80 miles per week. So I'm probably not going to do this test again until later on in the spring, but it was really cool. I do really like that it's a feature that's available, and especially if you're training for a block, like maybe you're training for a 5K or a 10K or even the mile or a half marathon, it's nice to be able to see that VO2 max change over time as you do those speed sessions, as you improve your training. So really cool feature on the Polar Vantage V2. Seems very accurate to me and pretty much gave me exactly the result I was expecting. Thanks for watching. Hope this video has been helpful for you, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.